Hello, and welcome to the Fit Over 40 show, the number one health and fitness show for those of us in the club. Yes, that's right, the 40 and over club. My name is Coach Dave, and I'm going to be your coach and your host today. And I'm super excited to bring you the first podcast show in 2017. So I want to welcome everybody to a brand new year, and I hope you're excited about it as I am. And real quick, before we get started into today's topic of how to set goals that really stick and my 5 proven strategies to ensure that you reach your goals, I wanted to invite you to my Facebook group. It's free to join. It's allabouthealthandfitness.com. That's how you can get there. And all you have to do is ask to join, and I'll go ahead and approve you. And you can join into the group. Really great people in there. We provide fitness tips, weekend warrior workouts, accountability. We just share whatever, is on our mind in terms of health and fitness. And we're all there to try to help each other push ourselves through and reach our goals and just become a better person. So love to have you there. So just wanted to throw that out there before we get started. But without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to today's topic and today's show. And as I said, it's all about how to set goals that stick, okay? I know this is that time of year, okay, where everybody's, gung-ho, we're excited, and things are, feeling fresh, and so we're ready to move. So I wanted to go ahead and throw this goal show out there for you so that, if you are struggling with setting your goals or if you've struggled in the past, this hopefully will help you. But before we get started, I just need to get a commitment on something from you, okay? And so I want you to tell me, and actually you can't physically tell me, but, let yourself answer this question. Have you ever tried setting a weight loss or any other kind of goal before? I'm assuming most of you said yes to that, okay? Were you able to reach that goal? Okay, listen, I know that sometimes we fall short, okay? Maybe you set a goal that was really super challenging. Maybe it was really hard and you didn't do it. You didn't land it. You didn't nail it. Listen, I've had that. I go back and review my goals every year, and this one was on my list for a while. I wanted to learn how to speak Spanish. I live in Texas, and in my community and around, there's lots of people that speak Spanish, and I always just wanted that as a goal. And unfortunately, every year I had it listed that I wanted, but I never committed time to it. I never really put much effort into it. And unfortunately, I still am very much of a novice when it comes to speaking Spanish. So listen, you're not alone, okay? So about 25% of people abandon their New Year's resolutions just after 1 week, okay? So now depending on when you're listening to this, we're already at second week in, okay, to January. So 25% of people listening have already abandoned their New Year's resolution, okay? Now 60% abandon them within 6 months, okay? The average person makes the same resolution 10 separate times without success, okay? So you're not alone. And only 5% of those who lose weight on a diet keep it off. That's not a very high number, I know. And see, 95% will regain it within they'll regain more than what they originally lost, okay? So that's another stat there that unfortunately people regain their weight. And this is something that I wrote down that I found interesting is that even after a heart attack, there's only 14% of patients that make any lasting change around eating or exercise. And if you know my story, my father passed away from a massive heart attack. And it wasn't his first one. He had already had a minor heart attack and a minor stroke. And he tried, but he didn't stick with it. He just didn't stick with it. And he got continually worse with his type 2 diabetes and with his, being overweight and his obesity. And it just basically played a toll on him. So I know that firsthand, what that's like to lose somebody from a heart attack. But see, that's why I'm on this mission, okay? And I'm a huge believer in goal setting and doing it the proper way. Now, listen, I haven't always done it this way. I've progressed and learned and taken some different things from people who have been successful and implemented some different things. And that's kind of what I want to do today, is, get you on that same page. See, if you've been working on the same goal or resolution year after year with little to no progress, I want you to start working towards your goals full steam. Okay. I want you to move full steam ahead and only find your progress halted when life throws something at you. Again, that's always going to be the case. We get derailed. And what I find is that people have a tendency when they get derailed to just let it go and not realize that, you can get right back on. And even if you're starting back, you're not starting back to where you began, okay? So, if you're tired of trying to lose the same 10, 20, 30 pounds and you're ready to finally crack the weight loss code, then you're at the right place, okay? I'm also going to provide a goal setting worksheet, which will be on the website. So it'll be fitover40challenge.com, and we're going to set it up as 2017 goals. So it's fitover40challenge.com/goals 2017. That's what I'm going to put it at. Okay. Now let's go ahead and kind of dive right in. Okay. I'm not going to talk anymore about me. If you want to learn a little bit about me, you can over at the website. I've got kind of an about me page, but I wanted to get right in, and I wanted to though talk about the goals that you set for yourself, okay, and how you're going to go ahead and reach those goals finally once and for all, okay? I've got a simple yet powerful principle that will enable you to stop procrastinating and enable you to take massive action. All right, that's one thing that I'm going to talk about here. And then clarity is the next, okay? So clarity on the next steps that you take so that you start accomplishing things that matter and you start and stop drifting from the things, that you don't want, okay? So whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Now, have you heard that quote before? Well, it's true. And the mind is so powerful. This is something that I'm really focused in on this year, is studying the power of the mind, because that's one thing that always gets in my way. I know that. That is something that hinders me all the time. And I'm more conscious of it now more than ever, just because I've been starting to study that and the effects and just the effects from health at your mind. I've got some more stuff that I'm going to present that I'm listening to some good podcasts on, but that quote really is true. So whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So let me just ask you again, and you may not be able to answer this to me. If we were on a webinar or something like that, you could. But since we're on a podcast, I'm just going to ask you the question. You just answer it to yourself. But how many of you believe in the power of written goals? As a fitness professional and having done this for so many years, okay, I'm dating and aging myself now, but with good age comes great wisdom. And what I have seen, and this is not a scientific study, but it's my own findings, is what I have seen is that those clients of mine who have written down their goals have seen better results than those that haven't. Now, is that the case 100% of the time? No, I've had clients who have never written down their goals. Can't speak today. Their goals that have seen great results, but I'm going to tell you that the ones that have written down their goals have seen greater results, just because the power of written goals is just beyond what I can explain, okay? Now, there's studies that have gone and looked at this, okay? And they say that, people who set goals and, they're happier, they live longer, they make more money. And I think there's a Harvard study, and I'm not sure if that's a true study or not, but just personally, I believe in the power of written goals, okay? So I want you to once and for all just take out a piece of paper, and after I give you these strategies, I want you just to write down your goals for 2017, okay? We'll talk a little bit more about what you're going to do with them here in a second. But go ahead and write down those goals, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So strategy number 1, Okay, I want you to keep your goals few in number. Now, what you should look to set is anywhere from 7 to 10 goals. It's funny because I look back, actually, it's almost been about 6 years now that I started doing this. I couldn't believe it. But again, this is the power of written goals because I can go back and look at what I have. I started to follow Darren Hardy's, I think it's called Best Year Ever. I can't remember. Have Your Best Year Ever or something like that. And he put out this workbook, and I worked through it, and I actually really liked it. It really was good because it was eye-opening to me because what it did was it had me break down certain goals. Now, I know this is a health and fitness podcast, but again, when it comes to goals, everything really kind of revolves around, your whole wealth or your health and wealth revolves around together. Okay. So the healthier you are, the wealthier you are. And so even though like I said, it's a fitness podcast, it's still important to look at setting work goals and personal goals and self-care or health goals. Okay. I also look at spiritual goals, and I think the other one is family. So I've got several, and it's kind of like a wheel that I look at, and I rate how I am doing in certain areas as well, because then I'd look to see, okay, what do I need to really focus in on? And a lot of early success for me was, I say, work or business career goals. I focused so much on that my health and my family and my spiritual, those weren't as high. So I reassessed and reevaluated and figured, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and change that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and focus more on my health, more on my family, more on my spiritual goals, and kind of get a sense of balance there. Okay, so those are the first steps, is set those goals. Again, you can, make them anywhere from 7 to 10 and put those categories as well. And once you have that, okay, then we're going to start talking about the second strategy. And I used to say SMART goals. And up until just recently, I came across this and I really liked it. So I'm not the inventor or creator of this, but make your goals smarter. Okay, and so what does SMARTER stand for? It stands for specific, okay? So for instance, a non-specific goal, I want to lose weight. A specific goal is I want to lose 10 pounds of fat. Okay, that's a little bit more specific. Measurable. A non-measurable goal is I want to make more money this year. A measurable goal is I want to make $5,000 more this year than last, okay, because you can look at your tax returns. Actionable. Okay, so a non-actionable goal is I want to be more consistent with working out. Or an actionable goal is I want to work out 3 times per week. All right, so the next one in the SMART acronym is realistic. And this is one that I have to talk to clients all the time about, because a non-realistic goal is one, I'm going to qualify for the PGA Tour this year. Okay, I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I have had something similar to that. But a realistic goal is I want to lower my golf handicap by 3 strokes this year. Again, if you're setting these crazy goals, and another one that I always get is I want to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. They've seen certain TV shows that have shown that that's possible, and they think they're going to do it. And I'm like, listen, we got to talk, because it can be done. I'm not saying it can't be done. There's ways to do it. You can make your body lose weight. Is it healthy? And then that's kind of that other one. When we talk about realistic, we really got to think about, is it healthy, especially if it's coming from fitness, okay? And then the other part of the acronym is time. The T in SMART is time, okay? So you got to make it time bound. If you just put it out there, and this is what I used to do. I used to sit there and say, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds by the end of the year. So by the end of the year, I want to lose 10 pounds. That used to be my goal setting. But it had a time on it, but that was way too long, okay? So again, if you have a non-time-bound goal, it's I want to lose 20 pounds, or a time-bound goal is I want to lose 20 pounds by January 1st. I'm going to state that and go with something else that I've been following now is set it in 12-week periods. Okay, set your goals in 12-week periods. So every 12 weeks, you're going to have a new year. Okay, so set that realistic goal for 12 weeks. And, for me, I have a weight loss goal. We're going on spring break. It's like March 4th, 5th. I can't remember when the spring break is. But I want to lose a certain amount of weight by that time. And I've got that date down, okay? So that's what you want to do. You want to make it time bound. Now, here's the two that I'm adding, because like I said, I used to do SMART goals, but now smarter goals. And the E stands for exciting. Make your goals something that excites you. Even for myself, when I say, man, I want to lose 10 pounds or whatever by March, that doesn't totally excite me. I mean, if I sat there and said, I want to lose 10 pounds by March, and I also have a body fat percentage in there too, because 10 pounds, I don't always go by the scale weight. I want to look, fit and buffed when I'm out there on the beach, and just for pure sake of feeling good, not that I care about liking anybody and if my wife's listening, no, I don't care if any of the girls are looking at me because I've been married for 16 years. I love my wife. But I just want to, I want to look and feel good when I'm, in my swimsuit or whatever, my shirt's off. So that excites me. Okay, so get something that's going to excite you, that's going to get you to jump up and do it. And then the other one is relevant. Okay, and so make your goals relevant to where you are in life. Okay, and so be honest with it. Again, that's something that as we get older, and for those of us in the club, things change, and your priorities and your thoughts change in terms of what you feel is important. Again, for most people, just being able to, get up and be functional and do things with your kids and get out there, as opposed to being tired all the time and, not feeling great and getting sick. I mean, those are really important. So don't discount those. Okay. And I really do think that those are relevant for, especially as we get older in life. I can't say this is my mother's goal, but in her 70s, and I won't tell her exactly how old she is, she'll probably kill me. But she's in great shape for her age, and her goals, just from what I can tell, is that she wants to be active when her grandkids come and visit her. She doesn't want to just have to sit down and not be able. She gets out there and pushes them on the swing. She spends the whole day at Disney with us. So those are the different things that you got to think about in terms of where you are in life and make it relevant. Okay, so that's the smarter approach. Now that you have an idea, I want you to write down your goals. Yes. Okay, there is incredible power in writing down your goals. Okay, so simply writing your goals down, it increases the likelihood of achieving that by 42%. And that's what Dr. Gail Matthews says. Okay, it's not coming from me. Okay, it's coming from a doctor that says that you're more likely to achieve your goals by 42% if you write them down. And now strategy number 4 is, once you have them written down, I want you to review them. Okay, because if you just write them down and you throw them somewhere and you don't see them constantly, you forget about it. Okay, you forget about what you want to accomplish. So I want you to review your goals frequently. I personally, especially in a 12-week period, if you really want to hit those goals, I'd look at them every day. Okay, and the number one reason that most people don't achieve their goals is they keep them in a place that they don't see them. All right, so I want you to think about, what actions can you take this week to make progress towards your goal? And then the 5th one is going to be, I want you to share them, but I want you to share them selectively. Okay? Because not everybody's going to be on board with your goals. You're going to get a lot of people that, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but they're not for you and they're not hoping and rooting for you. Now, if you're hanging around with those people, that's going to be a totally different conversation, but I think you need to get them out of your life, and you need to be around people that are going to encourage you. Okay, so that's why I say share them selectively. Okay, and so what happens when you do this in your brain is that your brain thinks that it's already accomplished your goals. And this is by Derek Sivers. He talks about this and says that, the subconscious and the subconscious mind is going to basically kind of already think, man, you've achieved those goals and stuff like that. So, sharing them, talking about them, and reviewing them, all those things go into that whole mindset, okay? And again, you want to share them with those that support you. That's why I created the health and fitness Facebook group, because those people in there, everybody in there, and I try to do a really great job. I'm not about how many people I get in this group. I want people in there that really, really want to help and keep people accountable, okay? And I want those that are going to uplift and motivate people to do that. So let's just recap before we kind of end this today. The 5 strategies to crush your goals for 2017, okay? So number 1 is don't set too many goals, okay? Again, no more than 10. Set those different ones up in terms of, fitness or health or however you want to put the category, work, personal, family, spiritual, entertainment. There's lots of different goals that you can put in there, okay? Career, I guess career goes with work, but set those categories and set those goals. Then make them smarter, specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, timely, and then the last 2 is exciting and relevant. Now, the third one, again, write them down. Please, just write them down once. I mean, just go through the process. Just roll your eyes, shake your head, whatever, and just do it, okay? And then review them and try to do it daily. Maybe it's just weekly, okay? Get into the habit of looking at them and then share them selectively. Again, if you don't have anybody that you can share them with, please join the Facebook group if you're on Facebook and come share them with us. If you just want to share them privately, you can send them to me at dave@davemcgarry.com and just say 2017 goals and just share them with me. I'd love to hear what you've got going on. And if there's any way I can assist you, that's what I want to do. I want to be here for you. I've got several coaching programs that I run throughout the year that if you need some extra help, please reach out to me. And again, if you just want to be part of a great group, join us at allabouthealthandfitness.com. And before we go, I just wanted to say that, again, if you believe you can do it, then you will do it. Okay? It's in your mind. And I know a lot of people, and myself included, sometimes struggle with different thoughts and just different things in terms of, failures and stuff. So I just want you to know that I believe in you and I believe that you can do it. And let's make 2017 your best year ever. And let's do it by setting your goals. Again, if you need any other assistance, if you need help with this, you want some more information, let me know. But I will be posting this on that website, and so that way you can download the goal sheet and get something written down if you need some more assistance with that. So without anything else left, I am going to go ahead and sign off. And you will be hearing from me more. I've got some great news and exciting news. If you have not heard already, my book is going to be published soon. So I will be doing a podcast all about that and sharing some details on how you can get a copy. So let's make 2017 our best year ever. Thanks again. This is Coach Dave signing off.